Egyptian warships had shelled a column of Houthi fighters and troops loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh as they tried to advance on the southern port city of Aden. Egypt revealed last week that its navy and air forces were participating in the military operation in Yemen. Sir, how could that be the echo of the President's words on the situation in Yemen?
Again, President Sisi wants to prove that Egypt doesn't want conflict. Egypt only going for the sake of the Arab national security and its own national security. Calling for Houthi group to return again to the right path is very important at that time. Egypt doesn't want to put more troops on the ground. Egypt doesn't want to move more air force and navy. It wants the situation to get more relaxed. Now they came to know that the whole Arab world is against their aggression. The whole Arab world will not leave the security of Saudi Arabia or the Gulf area without keeping or caring of it. President Sisi now is giving Houthi groups a last chance to return again. Egypt doesn't want to improve the level of confidence, the level of aggression and the level of fighting in the area. Egypt wants to keep security at that level.
How efficient do you think the joint military force that is interfering militarily in Yemen nowadays?
I think that last week proved that the whole Arab world want to join together. The whole Arab world want to go into the way of having one army. These countries can provide petroleum or money. The other countries will provide country and manpower. So the whole Arab world now want to stand this kind of militant group, this kind of militia, which threatening not only a specific country, but threatening the whole region. So at that time, I believe that if Houthi will not listen to that call now, it will be very difficult for them to continue. It will be very difficult for them in the future to sit on one table and negotiate. So it's a must to listen now. It's very clear from Egypt.
We see a collective response from Arabs, which is a positive step actually that we need during this era specifically.
Yes. We spoke even before the Arab Summit that President Sisi has his own approach in going directly to the problems, speaking frankly about the issues. So by this way, I believe that Yemeni problem will not get bigger and bigger and bigger. It will stay on its size. And
see the development so far in Yemen and its consequences, of course, on the region.
It's as we mentioned before. Also, it's very threatening to the Suez Canal, and it's threatening also to Saudi Arabia. It's southern border of. So I wish that the Yemeni people will not go into this vicious circle of conflict, because Yemeni citizens are militant citizens. They are having their own weapons. Like, you know, with all of them, with the educated and not educated, with the Bedouin style citizen and city style citizen, they are all having weapons. So once there will be fighting in Yemen, very difficult. It will be maybe.
How do you see the Iranian stance from what's taking place in Yemen? Is Iran implementing its own plan, or it's implementing some other countries' plan?
What burned this fighting was the Iranian interference. Once Iran will put its own hands in Yemen, it will be again Iraqi situation or Syrian situation. Once they will put their militants and their fighters on the land, the situation will change dramatically. So I believe that Iran should stop at this point. Otherwise, it will be, who knows? It can be Shia-Sunni
conflict in the region. The whole region.
Otherwise, United States also should not continue in this bargaining forward with Iran. So they want to stop the nuclear project in Iran. On the same time, they want to bargain on the issues in the Arab capitals. So one capital from the other, now the number going to be 4. So I believe that Iran is doing a very what to say? I doesn't want to say something and become like abuse. It's selfish kind of working on the ground, and they are prove their own interest without looking to the others at all. Once and also maybe United States also going on the same direction. They are bargaining on their own interest by others' future.
Right, and we move on to Egypt Independent, and the headline reads, Egypt to evacuate Egyptians from Yemen. Foreign Ministry said that Egypt is coordinating with Arabia and Oman to facilitate the return of Egyptian expats in turmoil-hit Yemen. The statement follows the launch on Thursday of a Saudi-led military operation against Houthi militants in the country, in which Egypt participating. The Foreign Ministry announced that Oman had agreed to allow Egyptians in Yemen to travel into Oman through Al-Mazyuna and Sarf border crossings. How would you see the situation of Egyptians returning back from Yemen, as there are around 6,000 to 7,000 expats living and working in Yemen?
Yemen will be the hottest point in the Arab region for quite a long time. And it's like, even with us in the news, it's like, first and second position news. Egypt, as it's keeping its national security, it's trying to put the situation in Yemen again into the safe area. It's trying to Egypt trying also to keep its citizen in a safe position. So we are having a good experience about returning Egyptian from Libya. Now we are going to again think about returning citizen from Yemen. I believe that Egyptian in Yemen now are feeling a very hard time. It's very difficult for them to stay there. And once the government is and through the Ministry of External Affairs, they are thinking that returning now is a very good time. So I believe that government should put its own effort to return those Egyptians from Yemen, and we can make use of our experience in Iraq before and in Libya in the last few months.
Right, and we move on to the Daily Star, and the headline reads, Palestine officially joins International Criminal Court. Palestine formally joined the International Criminal Court on Wednesday, opening the door to the prosecution of Israelis for war crimes amid a stalled peace process. The accession was marked by a behind-closed-doors ceremony at the court's headquarters in The Hague, exactly 90 days after Palestine joined the court's founding Rome Statute. Earlier, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas had ordered the formation of a committee to oversee cases to lodge with the International Criminal Court in a move likely to further anger Israel. The Palestinians formally joined the ICC last month in a move that will enable them to submit war crimes and crimes against humanity complaints against Israel. How could be the international reaction on the Palestinian step?
Joining the ICC will shake Israel in the coming few days. From the beginning,